Mercury's going direct, and we have a full moon to go with it.
Exactly, to watch it go by. Mercury, God Almighty, finally on Tuesday leaves its retrograde motion behind and then goes direct for the first time in 23 days. So you couple that with, and it's going direct in the sign of Leo, but it goes right into Virgo. So with the full moon, it's actually, the full moon technically is Wednesday, but it'll look as full as it could be on Tuesday night. So with that energy, it's saying particular attention to where Virgo is in your chart. So for Virgo's the sign that we're in, it's about the Virgo. It's about the Virgo getting what the Virgo wants, what the Virgo needs. The Virgos kind of had to bite their lip the last 3 weeks or so, and it's really hard for them to do. And that all changes this week. They find their voice again. They find an ability to communicate, and some kind of matter that's been pending for the last month or so reaches a successful climax for the Virgo. For Libra, it's just a good time to sit back and be quiet. You know, just kind of not really state your opinion, just kind of listen to what everybody's saying while you formulate a new opinion, because you don't really have enough information right now to go forward and make an informed decision. So your best thing is, to quote Eleanor Roosevelt, if you can't say anything nice, come sit by me, is what she said, but don't say anything at all, kind of thing. For Scorpios, it is in the 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And this is where Scorpio really gets to find out who their friends are and aren't, and who is supporting their new creative venture, who is and who isn't. And it's more likely, Scorpio, to be your female friends rather than your male friends. So they need to kind of rally the troops on their side. For Sagittarians, this is in their 10th house of career and public standing. And Sagittarians have been heaped with responsibilities for the last 2 years or so. And they have to really kind of decide whether they're going to pay attention to their personal home life or to their professional life. And ordinarily, I'm a big fan of, support your home life. But in this case, Sagittarians, you really want to support your career and your public standing and your professional life with this particular set of energies, and make it up to the guys at home later on. For Capricorns, legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance, anything that requires contracts or negotiations or agreements are all what you're going to want to put into effect over the next 4 weeks or so, because now you have a clear understanding of exactly what it's going to cost you, what you're going to get out of it, what the benefits are going to be to you. For Aquarians, it is in their 8th house of other people's money, other people's resources. It's time to sit down and find a way to maximize your existing resource and capitalize on the things you already have in motion, rather than looking for new things or new ones to do that with. They'll have a much better result with dealing with the day-to-day financial matters and getting accurate information to go forward. For Pisces, this energy is all about them. It's about their partners, their intimate one-to-one relationships, their public image, how they appear to be. And they have to be really careful, because whatever it is they say, they're going to be held to it. So they have to really be careful with their words, and they may find they've had to eat some of the words that they've said over the last 3 weeks or so. So I always add salt to it. It tastes better. For Aries, this is in their 6th house of work, health, and responsibilities. This is more along the lines of, it's a good time for an annual checkup. It's a good time to learn new techniques at your job. This is not a time for abject professional success. This is a time for just doing your job to the very best of your ability. It's almost like you're going to have to do grunt work, so this is the next 3-4 weeks is the time to do it. For Tauruses, it's about children. It's about offspring. It's about the creative process. It's about paying attention to the things that it is that you love and giving it the support that's necessary. And also, it's a good time to start to gin up things that are a little more fun for you, the Taurus, a little more creative for you, the Taurus, rather than just doing all of the drudge work. But the dark shadow, the dark cloud that's been kind of over Tauruses for the last couple of weeks or so lifts, which is kind of a nice thing, because, yeah, they've had a really tough time. Mars has been in their 4th house at home for 6 weeks, and it's beyond their last nerve. So it'll be nice next week when all of that kind of blows out. So that'll be good for them. For Geminis, it is in their 4th house of home and foundations. And Geminis, this is a very tough time of year for Gemini. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, that Gemini is ruled by, and there is a real conflict between what Gemini wants to say and the way they are interpreted.
Okay.
And so they have to really pick and choose their words carefully, and kind of, rather than putting everything out there, just be a little more focused on where it is you put your energies, on your home and your foundation. So when something new comes to light, that changes things for Geminis in some way. For Cancers, it is in their 3rd house of day-to-day living. The pace of their life is about to pick up to warp speed. They've got lots to do and plenty of time to make sure that they get it done right. That's the biggest thing. And they're in for short distance, short duration travel. And important communications come into play. which is kind of a good thing. And they're going to have to be the ones to do the reaching out, which is not really a Cancerian trait. And then for Leos, the last sign, it's about making more money. It's about finances. It's about finding a way to increase your earning ability. And this is through the fruits of your labor. This is not benefiting from other people's resources or winning the lottery. This is literally the hard work pays off for the Leo. And it's not going to be a huge amount of money, but it's going to be in steady, small, and continual increments, which is something I like better than a big lump sum of stuff. I like monthly. So it's that kind of a thing for Leos. It's about making more money and doing more with the money that it is that you have. So
I like that.
Yeah, so that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac, and I'm just so happy Mercury is direct, and hopefully we can put this summer kind of behind us.
See you next week.
Always a pleasure.